Status is not permanent, and 2025 proved that better than any other year. In a single night, respect can turn into love, authority into meme, and power into silence. Today I want to talk about biggest status collapse of 2025. Not just a scandal, but status drops. We live in a world obsessed with success stories, but there is another side which we prefer not to see. The fall. The higher your status, the louder the fall. One moment, one reaction, and everything collapsed. We like to believe that status built over years through discipline, reputation, power, and once you reach a certain level, you became untouchable. But 2025 proved the opposite. Status can be destroyed in a second. In July 2025, during the Coldplay concert in Massachusetts, the Kiss Cam captured the moment that changed 3 lives forever. Coldplay concerts are known for their Kiss Cam moments. It's always cute and memorable. Couples kissing, hugging, smiling, and they are projected on the big screen in front of the whole stadium. And this time something went wrong. Camera focused on the couple hugging. But instead of smiling, they froze in shock for a moment, and then we saw panic and fear. Chris Martin reacted immediately. He was wondering, or this couple are so shy, or they're having an affair. And he was so right. The couple was Andy Byron, CEO of Astronomer, and Kristen Cabot, head of HR at the same company. Both married, not to each other. The video went viral within an hour. TikTok investigators uncovered everything about this couple. Identities, families, careers. Day after another, they both resigned from their company. Overnight, Andy Byron went from respectful CEO to the global meme. He became face of corporate affairs. But Kristen paid even higher price. Because when the man falls, he's seen as weak. When the woman falls, her competence disappears with her reputation. All her career was reframed, and all her success was reduced to the bad narratives. Recently, Kristen broke her silence. She gave big interview to the New York Times. She spoke about not losing only her job, but also friendships, professional connections, and her marriage. In August 2025, Kristen Cabot filed for divorce. Andy Byron, on the other hand, received compensation package from his company and remains married to his wife. And it brings us to the third person whose status collapsed at this night. Megan Kerrigan, the wife of Andy Byron. Many people expected public statement from her, a strong exit. Instead, it was silence. And many women considered her silence as acceptance. 3 people faced different consequences after this case, but none of them will ever fully recover their status. But it wasn't only one case when the camera vanished the status of the successful people in 2025. In August, during US Open, a wealthy businessman, Piotr Zherek, was filmed snatching a cup from the child. The cup was given to the kid by famous tennis player, also from Poland. The child cried, Piotr ignored it. Piotr's wife smiled and put this cup into her bag. That was a horrible moment which was captured by camera. And people found who is this horrible man immediately. They found his companies in his social media. So they fulfill his profile and profile of his company with the critical comments like, you can't buy a class. If he steals from child, he will steal from client. So I will never use his company. Piotr deleted his social media. His reputation was collapsed within a second. So these people lost their status not because they were criminals. They just forgot that status today is not what you own. It's how you behave when you think nobody is watching you. And in 2025, camera watching you everywhere. If the first story was about how people losing status within a second, the next one is about brands who losing their status slowly but globally. Because in 2025, one myth started to crack in public. In April 2025, TikTok exploded with videos from China. Local factories showing what they claimed was luxury production, components, materials, and in some cases finished goods. The message was simple. A lot of what you call made in Italy, made in France, actually made here. Basically, China claimed that they produce all luxury goods and just sending them into final touch to the Europe. Brands deny it. But denial is not a proof. I'm not naive about luxury. When I'm buying luxury bag, I'm not thinking that I'm buying it for the materials or the super quality finishing. I do not expect a laser which is 50 times better than in any other bag. I'm paying for the logo, I'm paying for the story, I'm paying for social meaning. And I'm fine with that as long as story is honest. But the idea that product entirely made in China and just sent to Europe for a packaging, it feels to me like a lie, like a trick. So, and I start asking a dangerous question. What about a Swiss-made watches? So is it made in Swiss or it's made also in China? And I ask this question directly to someone who knows a lot about watches and do not represent any brands. I talk with Khaled from Luxury Souk. I asked him if the luxury watch made in China, and he was not dramatic about it. He answered me with the law. Under Swiss regulation, watch can be labeled Swiss-made if movements made in Swiss, assembled happens in Switzerland, and at least 60% of the manufacturing costs are Swiss. Which means something very simple. 40% of your watch can be made anywhere. This is not the biggest problem for luxury reputation. Luxury pricing was always made not on the materials, not on the engineering, not on the quality even. Luxury is about perception. Marketing creates value. And labels like Swiss-made creates authority. And when authority became questionable, then status became subjective. The Chinese factory videos did not destroy luxury. Luxury will survive. But they damage illusion of purity, which for luxury client may be more important. The first story was about people losing status, the second was about brands losing credibility. But this one is different. This is about people who never truly had status, but they manage anyhow to sell illusion of it. For years, social media rewarded the loudest voices. Not the smartest, not the most experienced, just the loudest. Alpha males, high-value women, and millionaires over 2 weeks. I honestly do not understand how people watch this content. Anyone screaming about dominance in front of the camera has already lost it. Real power doesn't need to shout. Real power doesn't need to explain themselves. And definitely do not sit half naked online begging for attention. A few years ago, we saw a rise of the people with no credentials, no verified background, and no responsibility. But they had confidence and content. They created guru personalities, life coaches, relationship experts, motivation prophets. They sold disciplines they didn't live by and values they didn't follow. One of the clearest examples was Sadia Khan. She appeared almost from nowhere with her videos about red flags in women. She was advising men how to attract a high-value woman. Her content was based on the principles, loyalty, and some people found it helpful, while others saw it as a repacking common sense. Anyway, she built a strong image, thousands of followers on Instagram, group sessions, private sessions, books. In 2025, her reputation was collapsed after a report of affair with a married man. Whether the rumors were true or not, it doesn't matter. Because when you build your authority on the high moral principles, your private life becomes a part of the contract with your audience. People will judge your professional credibility based on your private life. Her audience felt betrayed immediately after these rumors. Andrew Tate was losing his status slowly, and then all at once. His entire image was built on dominance, physical dominance. And in December 2025, he lost a boxing match to Chase the Moore. Don't get me wrong, losing a match is not shameful. What destroyed Andrew's status was everything around this match. People saw that he couldn't handle pressure. His body language on the press conference, the eye contact, and then the excuses after the match. I was tired, I'm not in a good shape, I'm 40. Yeah, in boxing, stamina, it's like foundation. It's like one of the most important things. Do not get tired in the boxing, yeah. we understand if you will not get tired, you will win. Yeah. After this match, even Andrew's audience started to questioning his past titles. They were checking with whom he actually fought, that he has all these titles and this winning record. And people find out that he was fighting with mostly unprofessional boxers. I will tell you why this match crushed Andrew's career more than even a criminal cases, more than accusation of the sex trafficking, and more than the crypto fraud. Because Andrew built his status on the dominance. And he was dominated by Chase Demure. He was looking like a loser in every aspect of this match. He made press conference like a loser, he boxed like a loser, and he made excuses like a loser. Andrew and his audience will never recover from this status fall. The last case is less global but maybe even more revealing. The Anuhua brothers. I really apologize if I pronounce the names wrong, I didn't mean it. Anuhua Brothers is Dubai-based e-commerce influencers, business gurus, motivational speakers, million-dollar talk sellers. They're promising that after their course, you will build six-figures business on the e-commerce on the third month. Impressive, right? But in April 2025, they were arrested in Dubai for snow smuggling. Business gurus smuggling. Accordingly to reports, the arrested followed a party involving escort and unpaid service. I will not even have any comment about this situation. I'll just read the news that business gurus was arrested for snow smuggling. I will leave all the comments about this situation to you. Guru culture did not collapse because people became smarter. It collapsed because more and more contradictions became visible. People are tired from buying values from those who actually never live by them. And it's a good thing that authority without substance has collapsed in 2025. And many people finally stopped pretending. These stories all different, but the reason why I put them together is the same. In 2025, status stopped protecting people. Money didn't help, logos didn't help, confidence didn't help. Status today is not what you show, it's what survives exposure.